Indie games are good. They spice up the gaming market.
You can connect with it more. You can connect with the developers more.
Indie games are nice, and I like to support small groups of people that are making games that they want to, telling stories that they want to. Indie games deserve some spotlight. Indie Intel is a new segment here on Haptic that we started last week, where we bring spotlight to indie games that we feel deserve it. Maybe not ones that necessarily aren't going to do well, but ones that we feel like appeal to us and will appeal to other people, and we want them to get more traction.
Definitely.
Yeah. Even though this one's actually pretty big too.
Yeah.
But so today we're going to talk about Battalion 1944. Battalion 1944 is made by Bulkhead Interactive. I guess they're new just for this.
I believe so.
I'm assuming. Small team, guys. Very few. Anyway, Battalion 1944 recaptures the core of classic multiplayer shooters and propels World War II into the next generation. It is a spiritual successor to great multiplayer shooters of the past that will take you to real-world locations such as the streets of... I don't know how to pronounce... I'm sorry. I can't talk today. I wrote wrong. You see my handwriting? Can't read it. Carintown and the forest of Bastion.
Your European history is just...
Just kill me in the comments. I don't care. Alright. Battalion 1944 is an infantry-based FPS with an emphasis on raw skill. No grinding, no exosuits, just you and your skill as a player.
This is a game that launched on Kickstarter, right? Yeah. What entices me the most is we haven't had a World War II shooter in a very long time.
Yeah. So this is... If you go over to the Kickstarter page, check it out. Maybe I'll put a link right here.
Somewhere there.
Right here. Okay, let's go on now. It'll be in the comments, though, maybe, if I remember. If I don't, just go search it in Kickstarter. But this is a good time for this game. The FPS market is saturated with futuristic, whether it be COD or, Battlefield, whatever. Futuristic, over-the-top, which is fine. And I liked... Black Ops 3, and I liked Advanced Warfare, and they work for me, and that's fine. But it's over. Yeah, it's true. Just like the World War II genre was back then, and like Vietnam and stuff like that. But now that the market's oversaturated with this, I think it's a good time to come back in and say, hey, let's remember why, where these games started, these futuristic games, and why we love them so much, and why we keep going back and stuff like that.
Definitely.
But the game has to be good, because otherwise it won't work.
Yeah.
It's a good time. But it needs to be solid. And watching the trailer, there's only one thing that bothers me about it. That's some of the animations. They look like poopy doo-doo poop why I didn't play Battlefield. Why Battlefield never appealed to me. Because the animations. If that makes any sense, I know it's really stupid, but just the way that you hold and run your gun like in Battlefield doesn't appeal to me as much as it does in COD. Why? I don't know. I'm stupid.
Quote that. Poopy doopy doo-doo.
Yeah.
Okay.
But, I mean, it's not actually that big of a deal.
No, and the game's still in early alpha, or the early stages of it being developed, so I don't think that's going to be an issue in the main game. What I really like about this game so far is the trailer they have on their Kickstarter. You should seriously go check it out. These guys stuck really, really close to the facts, to what things really look like.
Yeah.
You understand what I mean?
Yes.
So they went to the real-life locations that World War II took place, and they took pictures, and they modeled these maps off of that. The guns are the same, and then they even have a engraving option on your guns where you can, write your name or your clan tag or whatever, and that is even influenced by real-life soldiers who carved their names on their guns.
Right.
Their attention to detail is fucking phenomenal, and I'm excited for that level of detail. Made by, what they say, a couple graphic designers and a couple modelers, and they said they're all a bunch of guys in the game industry just came together and they're making this game.
Yeah.
I think the name's perfect, Battalion 1944, because Battlefield 1943, was an insanely popular World War II game, which I love.
Which it's a call to that.
Oh yeah, definitely, and people will see that and they'll be like, "Is that Battlefield 1944? Like, is it the sequel?" You know what I mean? So it's a good way to get traction, even if they have to change it for legal reasons. The Kickstarter, first of all, the Kickstarter is doing phenomenal. They raised, $311,000?
At the time of this video recording.
And they only need $142,000.
Yeah, and that's less than half. I can't even word that. Can you please explain what I'm trying to say?
I don't understand what you're trying to say.
They have 18 days left.
Yes.
The funding was started, at 32 days or 30 days?
Blue 30.
30 days? So they did that much in 12 days.
All right. Okay. So they're making great traction. They're making a lot of money.
Yeah.
Way more than they wanted.
Yeah.
Way more. And it's obvious that the fans really want this game.
More than the Winston double right now. Crimson double.
Oh.
More than double.
Oh. More than that.
The Winston double is something that Chris says.
Yes.
I don't know what it is, but I say it because I like Chris.
I was like, what are you... Okay. Anyway. I really think that's going to be a good game. Call of Duty World at War was fantastic. And honestly, this game doesn't even have to have a story. If it was just a multiplayer shooter...
Which it sounds like that's what's happening here.
Even if it was just like a $15, $20... If it's more than like $25, $30, I'm not going to get it. But it looks pretty good.
Yeah.
And they're going to have early access on PC. I believe it's coming to the consoles too.
Yeah, Xbox One, PS4.
So, check it out. It looks really good. If you like World War II shooters, this is the game you should be looking at right now.
And again, while we're bringing up indie games and Battalion and stuff like that, is because we want to get rid of some people's negative connotation with the indie market.
Yeah.
We believe that indie games are good. They spice up the gaming market. They're nice, in between AAA games, which we like AAA games too. We play them. But indie games are nice, and I like to support small groups of people that are making games that they want to, telling stories that they want to, and oftentimes put more attention to detail than a lot of other, like the AAA games. You know what I mean?
Definitely. I agree.
And you can appreciate it more, I feel like.
I agree. You can connect with it more. You can connect with developers more.
Yeah.
For example, I don't want to get too off topic here, but games like Axiom Verge being made by two guys, or one guy and then a musician, I believe. It's just so much more fascinating. Like, wow, this game was made by one guy.
Right.
And it's just, this game's being made by like a couple of guys.
It was like 6 guys,
something like that.
Something small.
And it
real
looks
tiny.
It looks pretty decent. So
yeah. So check out the Kickstarter, support them. They have some nice tiers for things.
Rewards. Yeah.
Almost all of them, I think, you get the game. So there's that. Well, for the PC, you have to get up higher to get it on the console because I'm sure there's like shit that's annoying with that.
Yeah.
But check it out. Yeah.
Battalion 1944.